I feel like I've grown a lot in the last year, not just in the ring, but mentally. The clarity, the confidence. I'm just having a good time.
What's been the match where you feel like it's starting to click?
Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. I had these nerves that felt different.
You've been doing some stuff with LFG.
Yeah.
How did you get to be part of it?
I love being a WAG. I think it's so fun.
How did you and Anthony meet?
We,
Any talk of your name changing?
no.
You're not tied to that gimmick anymore.
I know, it is kind of funny.
Working with Candice LeRae, were you okay with bringing up your brother?
100%. I was the originator of the idea.
So how much of the reaction was Maxine and how much was Sydney remembering your brother?
I tried really hard to do that moment as Sydney. The emotion needed to come from me.
The Celtic Warrior workout with Sheamus. You put him through it.
That I did. I'm not trying to just be 5'9". I'm trying to be 5'9" and buff.
So good to see you.
Good to see you.
Last time I saw you, you were not engaged.
I know. I'm a fiance.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, let me see that thing.
Yes.
Huge.
He did his big one.
Wow.
He left no crumbs.
That is large.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
How's wedding planning going?
It's been amazing.
That's not the answer I expected.
I know. It's been a dream. But I was definitely one of those young girls dreaming of her wedding. So this is just like a little fairy tale for me. And I have truly the greatest wedding planner who is just throwing it all together for me, because I basically gave her visions of like, here's my Kardashian dream. And that's not the budget we're going with. So let me know what we can achieve. Yeah, we're 3 months out.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I can't believe it.
Wow.
The year has flown by.
Yeah. How did you and Anthony meet?
Okay. So my best friend, who's my maid of honor, she used to date this guy. No free publicity. We will not be naming him. And he played junior college football with my now fiance, but we never met. They break up. Where we're from in Northern California, everyone goes to Lake Tahoe for the 4th of July. So we're in Lake Tahoe, which is like 2 hours where we're from, but Anthony's from like 20 minutes from where I grew up. So we walk into this like nightclub in the casino at Lake Tahoe. I'm like 21. And my best friend Tamsin is like, oh my gosh, that's Anthony, so-and-so's friend. And so we just like spent the weekend with them. And 6 months later, we went on our first date and we've been together ever since.
This is pre-wrestling.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This is back in the day.
I think that people just assume, well, you're both wrestlers, you met at the PC.
No, we have had several careers together. We've lived in 3 states. He was actually playing football for the CFL in Montreal when I got signed. And when he left for his season, we were living in Arizona. So I called him and was like, I got signed. I have to move in 30 days. I'm packing all of our stuff and I'm moving us to Florida. So when your season's done, you'll be living in Florida. And he said, okay.
And then how did he get signed by WWE?
So the crazy part is that this was actually always his dream. He is a childhood fan. His dad is a diehard fan. So he always knew he wanted to do this. But when I was doing it, he wasn't ready to give up football. So when I got signed and he kind of saw me go through my journey and he was kind of done with the football race, he wanted to get a tryout. And I was nervous about me being like going to like Coach Bloom or someone and trying to get him a tryout, because I don't know. I wasn't sure if that would hurt him or help him. So I was like, I think that you just need to apply for a tryout. They'll figure out we're together, but like, I think you need to do this on your own. So he did it on his own. He got a tryout, got signed. Thankfully, he was already living in Orlando. And it's been such a dream. Like, he's in heaven.
Yeah, and now you get to work together.
It's unbelievable.
And you guys had a match recently together.
Yes, we've been tagging together. It's been so fun. Those are like my new favorite days at work. I'm like, wait, this is so easy. You do all the hard stuff. Let me know what I need to do. It's been amazing.
That's a dream. Like,
yeah.
Especially for both of you guys to come from completely different careers, then come into WWE at separate times, but come in, together, and now you're working together.
And I kind of assumed that, one, the likelihood of us ever getting to actually work together would be slim. And 2, that like maybe it wouldn't be for a long time, because you know how things are here. It's all about timing and, we're on different brands. So the fact that we get to work together now, like it's so bittersweet. Like I'm just like, I love this. I don't want it to end.
How did it even come together?
So poor Coach Bloom, because I'd be harassing him. I am always looking for reps because we obviously don't do as many live events as we once did. So I've been texting Coach Bloom, like, I would love to be on NXT live events. I need all the reps I can get. Whenever there's room on the card, please, I'll go. It's fun for me. I get to drive with Anthony. It's, it's a good rep. So I was doing those. We weren't doing them together. I was just, doing singles matches. I did a triple threat, a 6-man. And then Bloom texted me last week and was like, hey, do you want on live events? And I was like, yes, put me on, please. And he's like, okay, you and Luke versus Ariana Grace and Stax. And I wrote back in caps lock, you better not be lying. This is my dream match. You better not be lying. And we had the best time. And so now we've worked with them twice. And I cannot say enough good things about them. Ariana Grace is so talented. She's so fun. Stax is so creative. There's just such a joy to work with. It's just such a blast.
I'm always so impressed every time I talk to you that you just have this growth mentality. You have this idea of like, I want to learn. I want to get better.
Yeah.
And you were put in a tough spot. Like you didn't have a ton of experience and you were put right onto TV. So you're learning, you're making mistakes, you're figuring it out in front of the entire world.
Yes. I felt like I was swimming upstream for a long time, just like that constant, like treading water, just trying to stay afloat. But being on the live events has helped me immensely. Obviously training is so important, of course, but there's just something you can't mimic about performing in front of a live crowd. And I think for me, a lot of it is the mental side of it. Like I need to practice having those nerves, having things change, not having a ton of time to rehearse something or be prepared for, something new I've never done. Like I was telling Coach Bloom, I said, like, thank you so much for putting me on this loop because that was my first time doing a triple threat. And I'm so grateful that I got to do my first triple threat on a live event instead of on Monday Night Raw. As cool as it is to have those first experiences on Raw, there's just so much you don't know until you're in it. So I'm just so grateful that I'm getting to kind of check off that checklist on live events.
Yeah, because you making your debut in WWE happened quick.
Yeah. Yeah, my first match was on Monday Night Raw.
Wild.
Yeah.
Your first match ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But from you just being signed to WWE to like kind of figuring things out to them going, we've got this idea for you.
Yeah.
That was pretty quick.
Yes. Yeah.
How did that come together?
So I started in October. I did the SummerSlam tryout. We reported, I think we actually started like training in the ring in October. I got injured in June and then called up like a few weeks later. So I think that's kind of part of the misconception is that first year that I was up, I wasn't training because I wasn't cleared. My ankle was fractured for like another 8 months. So when I was with the Maximum Male Models, I was also working on this injury. And so I was on the road. So it really wasn't until I was paired with Alpha Academy that I really got to get back to a regular training schedule where I was finally cleared and we were getting to do, more in-ring work. Are
you still related to LA Knight? So if you were related to Max Dupree,
that is my brother.
Okay.
And you know what's insane? I have a huge match on Monday versus Becky Lynch. And do you think my brother has called me to offer any advice or train me? No, he has not. And our mother is worried about him. He's out here living by a new name. Like it's crazy. It's a whole thing. Like if he would like to show up to a family reunion, we would be so happy to welcome him with open arms.
So LA Knight is still part of the Dupree family.
He thinks he's not, but he is. If you're a Dupree once, you're a Dupree for life.
Has there but seriously, has there been any talk of like your name changing or just being Maxine?
No.
Because you're not tied to that gimmick at all anymore.
I know, it is kind of funny. But no, I haven't heard anything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You could just be your real name at some point in time.
I don't know. I'm Maxine.
That's your name. Your name on Instagram is your real name.
Yes. I have it in there because I'm actually not sure why. I don't have a well thought out thing for you on that. But because, I just think it's nice for people to know that like my Instagram, I am Maxine, but I am also a real person. And I think sometimes, fans forget that like we run our own accounts and it's our page, and it's different than when you're watching a movie and you see someone playing a part. You don't go to their Instagram and comment like, why did your character kill this character? Because that's not them on Instagram. And it's a beautiful thing that we have access to social media to push stories along and show our like my training vlogs. And I'm so grateful we have that. But I do like to just, give a little reminder that my name is also Sydney.
And your last name, help us pronounce this.
I'm getting rid of it in 3 months, but it's
it's true.
It is Smerzel, but I will be a Luke very soon and it'll be so easy to spell.
There are so many consonants next to each other.
I know. And it is bittersweet as a woman. Like, why am I kind of sad that I won't have the same last name as my dad anymore? Like, it's kind of emotional.
You'll be moving your way up the alphabet though.
I will.
Like as a Z, yes. You always got called last.
Yes. And I'm constantly on the phone, like Z as in zebra, M as in Mary, R, Z as in zebra, E as in elephant, L as in Larry, because no one can spell it. And then they can't hear what you're saying through the phone.
Look, trust me, no one can spell or pronounce my last name either. I get it. I'm way down at the bottom of the alphabet as well.
It'll get you.
It's a V.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. New last name on the way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
So what has this last year in the ring been like for you?
Oh my gosh. It's been fun. And I feel like I can say that for the first time, like wholeheartedly. Like, I feel like I said, I was really swimming upstream, just trying to survive, for quite some time. And this past year, I'm at the Performance Center, but I also train at Flatbacks under Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze. I also train with Natalia and TJ in the dungeon. And, when I started training at Flatbacks, two of my friends train there, Noelle and John, and they're both on the indies and they're amazing. And it was like the first time that I was really like goofing around, like, we do a match, but like you're just taking funny moves and you're selling things funny. And it's just kind of just having fun. And it kind of changed my perspective a little bit, because I think sometimes when you're in this fight or flight, like you don't want to make any mistakes, even in practice, right? Like I'm constantly trying to prove myself. I don't want anyone to think that I'm not deserving of the spot I'm in. And there's so much talent at the Performance Center. So just, I'm in my own head, like, oh my gosh, like they could do this, they could do that move better than I could. Like, and it just, you kind of get in your own head. So it just became kind of a safe place for me to just really have fun. And then when I go and train at the dungeon, I get so many tools for TV that is unbelievable. Natty and TJ are two of the smartest, most creative, most giving people. That little sanctuary they have, I have learned so much. And it's just like things that are so applicable to my career right now that it makes such a difference in my matches. And I think that's why this past year, my progress has been, maybe more than it was the year prior.
Well, you've had more matches too.
Yes.
Yeah, that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you were ready when you first started?
Oh my God, no. Not even close. I'm grateful. It was an amazing opportunity and a story that I, will forever love to tell. I think that I am someone that does well in like sink or swim scenarios. Like I'm a performer. I will push through like no matter what happens. But was I ready? I mean, I don't know if I ever would say that I was ready, but like, it was a tricky scenario to be in for sure. I'm
sure at that time you felt ready and you felt like, of course, throw whatever you're going to throw at me and I can make it work.
Yeah, that's definitely what I said. But in my brain, I was like, time to go pray in the corner and hope that I make it through these 4 minutes.
In hindsight, it's probably easy to look back and go, how did I think I was able to do this?
Oh, yeah. And like that first match I had with Valhalla, I don't even remember it. I completely blacked out. I have no memory.
At all?
No. I remember the first like cutoff. I don't remember anything else. And I remember I remember going up for the crossbody. I remember like seriously nothing. I could not tell you.
Have you watched it back?
When it first happened, I did. And there's just, sometimes you don't need to make yourself cringe that hard. Sometimes you need to sleep at night.
It's not that bad.
No, and I think for what my character was, it was amazing, right? Like it was my first match. I think for what it was on paper, like, yes, it was entertaining. It was fun. It was my character, but I also wasn't playing a character. It was my first match. I was that naive. I was that excited and nervous. And I think all of that shows, which is what makes it so beautiful. However, I'm also looking at it like, oh, my Lanta.
What's been the match where you feel like, okay, it's starting to click for me now?
For me, it was Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. That was like one of the first times where even just going out, I'm always going to be nervous, of course, but it wasn't debilitating. You know what I mean? Like I was like, okay, I'm still excited for this. And I had these nerves that felt different than the previous nerves that I had. And it was nerves that weren't filled with doubt, right? It was nerves that were filled with excitement. So I was just so happy. And then I went out there and I felt like I performed to the best of my ability. My dad flew in for that show, which was so fun. And he got to be there live. And it just was one of those days that was just a perfect storm for me. Like I just was like, that was a great day. I loved my gear. I loved my hair and makeup. I loved my performance. I just, and the previous Royal Rumble is one that I'm not proud of. So I think I always had this like feeling in my head where I was just like, oh, every time someone says the word Rumble, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to think about it. Please, no, don't make me watch it back. Oh.
Why aren't you proud of the first Rumble you were in?
I just didn't feel like I performed the best that I could. And those matches are hard. There's so many women in the ring. There's like so many moving parts.
Yeah.
But
everybody has to hit their cues with certain people at certain times.
Exactly. But I came back knowing like that was not a good performance for me. Like I just wasn't.
I'm so sorry. What an awful feeling that must be.
I just wasn't like, and then I opened Twitter and that was a rookie mistake.
Do you spend any time on Twitter now?
I don't. I am off the X. I'm only on the X if like, Natty will send me something to repost or whatever, then I'll open it and do that. But no, I think that I've gotten to a place where, I think it's a beautiful thing. Like people can share their opinions and I get it. I'm choosing to put myself out there and I'm choosing to play a character and to be on screen. And that's open to opinion 1000%. But just like to protect my own well-being, I don't think I need to believe the hype or the negative.
Yeah. What's your relationship like with criticism? Because some of it's fair. Yeah. And then a big bunch of it is just being mean. Yeah.
I think, just know that like I'm always criticizing myself more than anyone else is. Like I recognize all of it. I promise you.
Yeah.
But I also think it's so great to like hear the praise and hear that people like feel something with you. But at the same time, like that can all change in the blink of an eye. And at the end of the day, I'm playing a character and I love that character makes them feel something good or bad. If they feel something, then I've done my job. Mm. So I think the criticism I take is from people that I really admire and look up to and who I know are coming from a place of love and want to see me shine and grow. And I have lots of those people in my life that I get to go to, which is so cool. Yeah. So I just try not to fish for any of it online.
That reminds me so much of this quote that I love. Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from.
Exactly. Yes.
And it's so powerful.
Yes. And on the flip side too, I also believe like I don't need to believe a ton of hype. Like there's still room for me to grow and there's still so much more for me to do. So it's on either way, I don't really need to be reading it in that platform.
I know that you looked up to the Bellas so much. What's it like now? Full circle, you get to work with Nikki Bella.
Oh my goodness. It's a dream. Like seriously, my total divas dreams. I'm in the locker room with Natty and Nikki. It's unbelievable. It has been so fun. It was evolution when we got to like a little spot in the ring together, me, Natty, and Nikki. And I was like, love that. It was such a cool moment. I was grateful to be a part of it. Nikki is, I always say, whoever said don't meet your heroes, they never met Nikki Bella or Brie Bella because they are 1,000 times better than what I imagined. They are the most wholesome, down-to-earth, kind, loving, beautiful humans you'll ever meet. We actually had the best time in Paris with them. Me and Jackie went out and met up with Nikki and Brie and their photographer who was with them, Claire. She's also amazing, which is also a testament to them. Every single person that is around them to their core is a wonderful human. Like everyone I meet, a manager, whoever, I'm like, wow, you just like surround yourself with such amazing people and it shows, it like shines through them. But that night I learned Brie is hilarious. Like if she needs a side gig, she should do comedy. I was like crying, laughing the whole time. I loved it.
If we were to recast Total Divas,
oh my gosh,
using the current WWE roster, you're obviously going to be on the show, but who else is joining you?
Okay, we have to have Chelsea, of course.
For sure.
We have to have Tiffany. We need Bianca.
I'm tuning in already.
Yes. We need Natty.
Yeah, bring Natty back.
I need Naomi, pregnant or not. I need her. She better be clocking in for this. Oh my gosh, we have so many good people. This is really hard.
I think we're on to something here. I'm already going to watch this show. I also think
Jackie and Kathy would be amazing.
Sure.
Like there's just so many people in our locker room. We need Roxanne. There's too many. I'm going to name the whole roster.
Just everybody.
Everyone. It would be so good.
I'm actually shocked they haven't brought it back.
You're telling me.
Like, let's put it out into the world right now.
I would love it. On Netflix? Come on.
It writes itself.
It really does.
You could call it something else because probably Netflix isn't able to call it that.
And I think, although I would love to be a diva, I know a lot of women are proud to, not be called that. So we could change the name.
But like I had Chelsea on the show not long ago and she said like, I feel like I'm a diva in this era.
Yes.
And she's like, you know who else is? Maxine Dupree.
That I am.
And like, but like, break that down for us. Like,
yeah, I think it's that. And this is something where I think me and Chelsea really relate is we love to perform. We love to entertain. We love the new gear. We love coming up with different looks, hair and makeup and all those things. And I think even my moveset, you know, resembles sometimes more of that era. Although I do think, you know, working with Chad and Otis, I have taken bits of their amateur things, but to my core, I'm a diva at heart.
Back in the day, you bet centers just to get boards.
Word.
Now I take them to make threes.
Today's NBA stars, everybody does everything.
Ant-Man, SGA, Luka, dudes playing 1 through 5.
Bigs dishing out like family dinner.
Woo! Got me smashing triple doubles. Shaq, basketball, not burgers.
New customers bet $5 and get $300 if your bet wins. Paid in bonus bets. Plus, get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us. The crown is yours.
I'm a diva at heart.
We're already more than halfway through the NFL season. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? The odds are up at MyBookie, and here's what it's looking like. Chiefs, Lions, Packers, Bills, Colts, Eagles. That's your top 6 right there. And since I'm sure you're going to ask, who are the long shots? So let's scroll on down, take a gander there, and it seems like, yeah, these probably aren't going to happen. MyBookie's also the spot to get in on the NHL action, college football, UFC, boxing, WWE as well. And when you sign up, make sure to use my code CVV. You'll get a very healthy 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere, only at MyBookie. What have you learned from working with Chad Gable so closely?
Oh my gosh, so much. He's actually someone, kind of what I was saying earlier, like he's a man of few words. So when he tells me something, I take it to heart because he's someone that just really can like look at something and creatively and like with just the business, the mind he has for this business, he's just able to like zoom out and see everything and give me these pointers that I'm like, oh, duh. Like, why didn't I think of that? But I would never. And he sees it so clearly. So I go to him a lot for things like that because he, when it comes to matches and just his ability to understand this business truly is out of this world.
I feel like you've got a little bit of a new intensity.
Thank you.
Do you think that maybe that came a little bit from Chad Gable?
I do. Yeah. He's someone like when I watch his matches, I'm like, okay, let me just copy and paste this. This looks picture perfect. Let me see what I can steal. Yes, he is someone, again, like I said, like his nuances, his timing, his emotion, the way he sells is unbelievable. His endurance, like nuts. I also think working in the dungeon, that's something that Natty has really been working on me with is my aggression. She calls it finding my FU.
I like that.
Yes. And that's something that we've really been trying to tap into because I think that's that next level for me that needs to be unlocked in order for me to go, level up my work in the ring.
You started pulling the straps down, like full on like Kurt Angle style.
Yes. Give me a glass of milk. We have a lot in common, me and Kurt,
Really?
Milk, pulling our straps down.
That's certainly two things. Where did the idea for that come from?
That's such a good question. I'm sure it came from Chad. I'm sure I watched him do it and said, yes, I will do that.
But it's pull the straps down and then it's into your version of the worm.
Yes. We love that little worm.
Why is it a backwards worm?
Okay. It's a backwards worm because I think the first time I did it might have been the 6-man, which is my very first match, or it may have been my singles with Valhalla. But whatever it was, that day, we're in the ring and they were like, okay, we think you should do the worm. And at first I'm like, duh, yes, I got this on lockdown, like easy peasy. What I didn't realize is that the time I had done it, the last time I had done the worm prior to that was when I was a guest on Below Deck Med with my mom. And I did it in a hot dog suit. But,
Is there footage of this?
Yeah, I think so. I believe there is. But, I was feeling good that day. We were on a boat.
My editor will find it.
Yes. We were on a boat, drinks were flowing. I was feeling good. I didn't remember that I did it backwards because I was so good at it in my hot dog suit. Was it a hot dog suit? It wasn't. It was a beer suit. I think I wore a hot dog suit to a different event. Scratch that.
What?
Yeah, I wore a hot dog suit to Chelsea Green's green card party. It was a beer suit. Clearly, I love to dress up. So I didn't remember that I did it backwards. Like, okay, I can do the worm. And I'm trying to do it forward. And, as we know, it was like a mechanical worm. I would like drop to my knees and that was my worm going forward. And it just got to a point where I was so embarrassed. Every time I watched it, I was like, this is horrific. And I know everyone says it's endearing. It's funny. It's part of your character. And I'm like, this is horrendous.
Didn't Corey Graves have a little one-off line about it?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Because it was crazy. And then I was like, I know I can do it backwards. But I think I was like, during that time, I was, again, just not comfortable with my character yet. So I didn't even feel like I was allowed to do it backwards. And I think I said to Chad one time, like, hey, like, do you think if I like cartwheel into it and do it backwards, like I'll get in trouble, or is that okay? Because like it's way better backwards. And he was like, do it. You're making it your own. Like, then I did it that way and it was so much easier and so much better. So it was not like an intentional, like, oh, I'm going to do this new unique worm. It's just that I truly cannot do it well forward.
It's become your thing.
Yes.
It has become your thing.
Yes.
When you were working with Candice LeRae,
Yeah.
I feel like things got really personal.
Yes.
Were you okay with where she went, bringing up your brother?
Yes. 100%. It was that line I said I was the originator of the idea. So I said, we had the layout of the match where she's going to yell at me and I'm going to, walk out of the ring. And I just felt like, if you want me to like walk out of the ring, like give me a reason to walk out of the ring, And to me, I didn't look at it as a negative towards my brother or towards my situation. To me, it felt like a positive. Like I get to like bring light to the fact that I have a brother, like to me, it was this like, we're going to acknowledge someone that's, my whole world that passed away, whether she's saying it in a negative way or positive way. To me, it was a positive.
It brought so much heat on her. Right, which was the intention.
Which is the intention.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And I love Candice. Candice is an angel, like such a wonderful human, a wonderful mom.
I think people were
I don't have anything bad to say about her.
I think people were like, I can't believe she went there.
Yes.
And like, it fed into like, okay, we're seeing a completely different side of Candice now.
Which I think was awesome for her character development being a heel.
So how much of the reaction we saw on camera was you as Maxine in that character, and how much was you as Sydney remembering like,
this thing, it looks like an ordinary hiking stick. This is from Rhino USA, and it's built for way more than walking. You'll carry this once and never hike without it again. Let me show you why. Spear for fishing or self-defense. Down the line, stainless steel knife with saw and bottle opener. Next up, dual head screwdriver bit, Phillips and flathead. In the bottom, your ferro rod fire starter. And the back, emergency whistle. Non-slip rubber bottom for flat terrain, carbide steel for rough terrain. On top of the handle, there's a built-in compass, over 10 feet of thick paracord for shelter or repair gear, and inside the handle, you have a fishing kit, line, hook, and weights. And this whole thing is textured, lightweight aluminum built to take a beating, and all stored neatly in this canvas camo travel pouch. So if you want to snag one of these, I've pinned the link below. Click it and grab yours today. See you around.
This Friday,
My name's Sarah.
You can call me Bert.
a girl's ambition,
I got all on my land.
It's a sign. I believe in signs.
a corporation's greed.
I don't trust anything you say. You had eyes like a sneaky pig.
Experience an inspiring story
They might have the money, but we have the dignity.
for the whole family.
I'll give you $20 an acre.
I ain't selling.
An 11-year-old girl booted you out of here. That must be so embarrassing.
Sarah's Oil, inspired by a true story. Rated PG. Only in theaters Friday.
like remembering your brother?
I tried really hard to do that moment as Sydney because I just felt like the emotion that I needed to feel needed to come from me. Where I messed up that day is I did not warn my parents. But in my defense, I knew that she didn't have a mic. I knew she was just yelling. So I was like, I'm probably not really going to be like picked up anyways. So I definitely should have warned my mom, but that's my bad. You live and you learn.
Did like you got to the back and you were looking at your phone?
Yeah,
and
my
went,
mom was definitely like emotional about it. But
Yeah.
again, she wasn't emotional that Candice said something. She just didn't know that was going to come up. But if I would have told her, she would feel the same way that I feel.
Yeah.
But Mondays are crazy. You know, the day gets going, you're busy. I forgot to give her a warning.
I can relate. You know, I lost my sister last year.
Yeah.
And I feel you. Like there's things in life. I'm reminded of her all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's the same case with you.
Yeah. I know I saw a rainbow on my way over, and every time I see a rainbow, I'm just like, oh, I love it. I'm like, hi, Wyatt.
I love that so much.
Yeah. I'm sorry about your sister. It's awful. It's like a level of grief that you can't comprehend until you experience it.
And it's funny because it's with you all the time.
All the time.
Right? Whether you feel it a lot today or not as much today, it's always with you. It's the proverbial rock that's in your pocket.
Yeah. And I think that's why for me, it was almost like healing in a weird way, because sometimes it's like you go on living your life and you do these really cool things and like they're never forgotten. But when you enter a new job where no one knows your story, no one knows where you come from, it sometimes does feel that way, you know, because it feels like, oh, no one even knows that like I had a whole life with this sibling that's no longer here. So for me, it was just this like cool thing where I got to bring light to him. Yeah.
I mean, you had many lives before WWE.
Yeah.
So like, let's get into some of that. We touched on it the last time you were on the show, but like you had an entire life as a cheerleader.
Yeah.
For multiple teams.
Yes.
So like, let's start there. Which teams and how did this come about?
Okay. So when I was 16 years old, I signed with a dance agency in LA and I was living in Sacramento. So my mom, God bless her, would fly me to LA like every other week for like auditions and different dance jobs. And during that same time, I had gotten into ASU and I really wanted to do ASU dance team. And then my parents were like, you know, I wasn't the greatest student. So my dad's like, look, are you going to college or are you going to go to LA and dance? Like, you know, we'll support you either way, but like you kind of got to make a choice because like you can't go to college and then be flying like, or driving or flying to LA all the time and not doing well in classes. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go to college. I'm going to move to LA and pursue the entertainment life. And if I ever need to go back to college, I will. We haven't made it there yet, but you never know.
It's always there.
It's always there.
Yeah.
So I moved to LA, had my agent, I had a modeling agent and I was working. But if you're familiar with that life, it's like you book one great job and it's like so exciting, but that's few and far between.
Are there some things that we could find you in now that you did back then?
You know, not that you could probably find because it was mainly modeling stuff, but like I modeled for Grubhub and Taco Bell and like just like random stuff. That was super fun for me.
I'm sure we can find that stuff.
I can send it to you.
Like you've seen all the LA night lore, right?
Yes, my brother, booked and busy.
He's in all kinds of strange things.
No, he really is.
Yeah.
And you think he brought me to those auditions with him? No, he left his little sister at home. How rude is that? So then I was like, you know what? I think I want to do like a team so that I have something, you know, consistent. I can meet new friends, whatever. So the first team I did was actually arena football. And that was the LA Kiss band. They owned LA Kiss in the AFL in LA. So I danced on that team for a year. It was so much fun. Learned a lot. I was just like an 18-year-old little gal. But that director was like, we're dyeing your hair blonde. You need a smoky eye, a nude lip. Like she was like, we're done with this, you know, little girl from NorCal where you're going to be in LA now. So that was like a really cool, transformative year of my life. Then I made the Los Angeles Rams and cheered for them for 2 years, which was truly life-changing. Like the best organization you could ever work for. I like loved them. They treated us so well. Really just, they value their cheerleaders so much, which is rare sometimes in that industry. So that was really cool. I got to travel a lot with them. We had a game in London and, you know, I went to Mexico City with them, went to the Super Bowl in Atlanta. So it was just like a really pivotal time of my life filled with so many great friendships and a wonderful director. Then I was ready to get the heck out of LA and move to Arizona. However, I didn't actually know where I was moving. I just was like, I need to move on. So I didn't tell anyone. I flew and tried out for the Suns. And it was the 1 year, I think it was the 1 year anniversary of my brother passing. So I had gone home to NorCal. We did like an event, like celebration. Then the next morning I took like a 5 a.m. flight to Arizona and I did that tryout. But I just brought a backpack because I thought it was like a 1 day. And then if you make it to finals, you come back. So I'm there with my backpack. I make it through the first day. And they're like, okay, you're back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Now I have nothing. I don't have socks. I don't have underwear. I don't have pajamas. I don't have an outfit. There was a girl there who had tried out for the Rams. We never met, but we knew of each other. So I go up to her and I'm like, hey, like, like, how long are we here? Like, what's going on? What should I do? And so I get a hotel for that night, but she's like, okay, like if you make it through tomorrow and you're in finals, like just come stay at my house. So after I make it through finals, I then go move in with Kayla, who I just met. God bless her and her mom, who are amazing. Like they just took me in, took care of me. Anthony flew in with suitcases for me so I could have clothes because we had 2 weeks of like finals training. Made the team. Me and Anthony moved to Scottsdale. Was on that team for 2 years, which was so much fun. So many of my best friends are there. And I just, those 2 years of life were like, I don't even know. It feels like a different era. Like it was just fun is the best way to describe it. And then I got signed and we moved to Orlando.
Are there any similarities between being a cheerleader and what you did in that type of performance to what you're doing now in WWE?
I think so. Obviously not the same, but a lot of just, again, I just love to perform. So just a lot of that performing to a large crowd where like, it's just stress that it doesn't matter if you're in the front line or the back line, like we're performing for the person at the top. And that's very similar to what we do, right? We're performing for everyone, not just for TV. Of course, I love a sparkly little outfit. That's always amazing. We love a full glam moment. You know, we did a lot of appearances. Like you're doing a lot of charity stuff and a lot of appearances. And it just really, I just learned a lot about like being organized, being on time, how to, you know, look presentable. Just a lot of those little things that you don't think about that you don't have to learn in a normal job that I do think really prepared me for this.
You've had some big matches against some big opponents now.
Yeah.
You wrestled Rhea Ripley pretty early in your career.
Yeah.
Did you leave that match going, okay, I can hang?
Oh, absolutely not. I love that match. Like I love that match. That match is probably how I felt like after the first Royal Rumble. I was so excited to be working with Rhea. You know, she's incredible. She's so kind. She's so giving in our sport. I was so nervous and I just, again, felt like I did not perform to the best of my ability. And I think sometimes, and this is why I love doing NXT live events, is it's learning how to perform while you're so nervous. Because I think like that's where the timing in the ring feels off for me, is when I'm too nervous. And I feel like that was a large part of like my mistakes in that match. I came back from that match like pretty upset just with myself, because I just felt like I did her an injustice, felt like I did myself an injustice. That was like the moment that I was like, okay, I've like got to go back to the drawing board and like really like, I got to train differently. I got to do things differently because what I'm doing isn't translating to my matches on TV, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like, thank God for Chad that day, because he was there like helping me. And afterwards, like I was upset like with how I had done. And he was just such a great source to be like, it's okay. We're going to grow from here. This is like, you know, we're just going to build. It's fine. Which I needed. Like I needed that. So she's someone I would love to work again for a personal redemption. And I know from the outside, it's like, oh, it's fine. You know, it was okay. Not your greatest match, but whatever. But like when you're experiencing it, it feels like the whole world is like on your chest. You know, you're like, oh, why did I not do that to the best that I know I could?
Is there like a fundamental thing you know now in the ring that you wish someone had told you when you started?
You know, everyone said this to me when I started, and it's like the most frustrating advice, but it's so true. It's just reps. It's just the comfortability. And like me and Otis talk about this a lot. Otis is so good at feeling the crowd. And like, if you watch him in the ring, like he's moving off of like what the crowd feeds him. And I feel like that's something I've really learned from him, and that I feel like I can do well now, is just like that reaction to what's happening around you and being really in the moment. Where when I first started, I was just so like scared about messing up that I'm just so focused on like, okay, what am I doing next? What's happening here? What do I do? Where now I feel like it's like, oh, I'll be fine. I know what to do.
I've always heard people say, slow down. Like,
yes.
And when you think you're going slow enough, you're still not going slow enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel in your match with Becky Lynch?
Yeah. Individually, I was like happy. I was like, yes, like I'm feeling like I'm, you know, applying what I'm working on. Of course, there's still things I watch back and I'm like, oop.
That's a big match though.
Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah. It's my first title match.
Yeah.
And I was really excited to work Becky to like feel her timing in the ring. And of course, like she's one, if you want to meet your hero, don't meet Becky Lynch, obviously. and I came up short in that match. However, I felt like I gave her a little run for her money. And I'm facing her again on Monday, which I'm very excited for. I'm feeling like since that match, we've been in the dungeon working on a lot of things that needed to be, adjusted since then. And having Natty and TJ in there with me, just like really fine tuning, filming things, watching it back, seeing like what needs to be adjusted has been really, really important to my growth.
I feel like your wrestling in the ring leveled up really quickly. Like I remember watching a match where like out of nowhere, you pull out a step up enziguri and I was like, whoa, look at this.
Thank you.
How did the growth in the ring happen so quickly?
Sometimes life can be a little messy. But with next-gen Nuvella Performance Fabric at Ashley, we've got your whole home covered. So you can get back to what you love, messes and all.
Why juggle kids in a cart? Try stress-free grocery delivery with DoorDash. Easy, fresh, and fast. Download the app today.
Happened so quickly.
I really do feel like it shifted when I expanded my training. I think like it's easy to like everyone, how do I phrase this? Everyone on main roster, right? Like a lot of them have wrestled on the indies or they've all trained at different places. So everyone does things differently. So I think getting to learn from different people and like taking it all in allows you to be well-rounded.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I needed. Like I needed to learn from different people, different coaches, be in the dungeon, be at Flatbacks, be at the Performance Center, do NXT Live events with girls I've never worked with before that I've never locked up with, and really just start like figuring out all those in-betweens. Because I think it's the little things that helped me level up more than just like I know like watching from the outside, it seems like, oh, wow, okay, a new move, she's leveled up. But I think for the actual performance, it's all those little in-betweens that I really am still fine-tuning, but really needed to work on.
Yeah, I've heard, it's such a great quote. I've heard pro wrestling is what happens in between the moves.
Yes.
And it's so true, right? Because in between the suplexes and the DDTs and the headlocks and everything is making the crowd feel something.
Yes. And Miz said that to me early on. And that was something I was like, yes, it is those in-betweens. But and this is where I've made mistakes too, is it's not like planning the in-between. It's feeling, and that's that like Otis character, right? Like where it's like, I feel him, feel them. And like his reaction is a direct correlation to what he's feeling. And that's why he's so good and so fun to watch.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. Does it work? Well, find out for yourself. They're making it so easy. Your first month is free when you use the code CVV at BlueChew.com. Just sign up there at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is this is all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. They say there's nothing sexier than confidence. Well, Blue Chew gives you the confidence where it really counts. Make life easier by getting harder. And discover your options at BlueChew.com. Like I said, they've got a special deal going on right now for anybody watching this. Try your first month of Blue Chew for free with the code CVV. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. That's code CVV. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and all of the important safety information. And a big thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring the show.
Who do you typically travel with?
So currently, me and Roxanne are travel buddies, which has been so much fun. We always find a good little coffee shop. Tozawa's usually on my flight. So if I'm stranded, he always takes me in. Sometimes I forget to book a car and there's none left. And I'm like, Tozawa. And he's the best. He always takes care of me, which is so fun. And then if I'm with Otis, which he flies in from Minnesota, obviously. So we're never on the same flights, but sometimes we'll be at the airport leaving together.
Yeah.
That's always fun too. We had an appearance a few weeks ago and we had 2 hours at the airport. So, we sat down, we had a nice steak dinner. It was great.
I'm picturing a meal with Otis and I'm picturing him going, one of everything,
Yeah, pretty much. We did get a lot. We did get this shrimp that had the craziest horseradish on it. We both were dying at the table. hopefully there's no footage of that because it was a sight to see.
What's something about Otis that people might not see on TV?
Oh, it's a good question. There's so much, but I think what we were talking about before we started recording, he really has like the biggest heart.
Giant heart.
Like he loves his people and he's so fiercely loyal to the people that he loves. Like he is just ride or die for those around him. And I think like to an extent, yes, we see that on TV. We see that he's a big teddy bear and that we love him, but like that's not a facade. That's not a character. That's who he is to his core.
You've been doing some stuff with LFG now.
Yeah.
So like it's you and it's Anthony. Anthony's now with Michelle McCool.
It's really Anthony's show and I'm the sidekick. I'm the wag, which I love. I love being in my wag era.
But like, how did you get to be part of it? Because you could just be like, no, I'm already doing this thing on the main roster.
Oh my God, you think I'm going to say no to a little extra TV time? Hang on a second. No, what's funny is like, I was so excited when he got signed because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to be in my wag era. Like I had always said that. Like, when he was playing football, like I had the jerseys. Like I love being a wag. I think it's so fun. So I was ready. I was ready for that moment. And so, yeah, they asked me to come in and one day it was like, just sit in the crowd, do the entrance with him. And then every now and then they'll be like, hey, can you come in and do this? But the funny story is he's on Michelle's team, which has been so awesome for him. Like he loves learning from her. She is so hands-on. Like her commitment to this journey that she's on is so cool. So it was a Tuesday because they were filming the matches before NXT started. And so I got home from Raw and Tuesday is, I Raw on Tuesdays, that's like my day to catch up on sleep. So I'm on the couch like this, I'm one with the couch. And he texts me like, hey, they want to know if you can come for this match. So I'm like, of course, let me get up and get hair and makeup on and become Maxine. So I texted him back and I said, okay, I'm going to really like channel my inner Michelle McCool for this outfit. And he's like, okay, I have like 3-hour notice, right? So I go into my closet, I get a black corset that I had, and he had an extra like LFG Michelle top. So I cut out the logo and I like hand sew it on. And then I'm like, oh, I should wear my camo pants because like that's so Michelle. I should have put my Uggs on.
Michelle told me her favorite color is camo.
Yes. So I put on my camo. I had done like a pony, or maybe it was a half up. I don't know, whatever it was. I walk into the performance center in the gym and it was like the Spider-Man meme. Like me and Michelle look at each other and it's like, I swear this was not on purpose, but I'm so proud of myself that I'm literally twinning with you right now. It was amazing. Everyone thought it was planned. I was like, no, I seriously had 2-hour notice. And Anthony did not tell me what she was wearing. I had no idea. I just was like, what would Michelle wear? And I nailed it.
Wait, what shirt are you wearing right now?
Oh
my goodness. WrestleMania 21.
So this is Fanatics Vintage 1 of 1.
One of one? Yes. What do you mean?
So they have a new line. It's their new like vintage Fanatics line. And so when we were, I want to say it was SummerSlam, they had like a store for us to go shop in. So when you walk in, they say like, okay, what are your sports teams? What do you want? So I was like Rams, Suns, Colts, because Anthony's family is their Colts family. And then I said anything Batista. I have another Batista shirt too. It's pretty great.
I think people forget how amazing this card was. I mean, look at this.
And how amazing the shirt is.
Amazing. Sure, I want one. I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
So we've got Randy versus Taker, Angle versus HBK. Cena versus JBL, Triple H versus Batista.
Yep.
What's Stone Cold? What's he doing? And then Stone Cold's there and Roddy Piper.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So why is Batista your guy?
Okay. So Anthony, childhood fan. He's loved Batista since he was like 5. Like no joke. He loves Batista. So fast forward, we start dating. This is pre-wrestling. I'm going to say it's like 2018. End of 2018, like December. And Anthony was verified on Instagram from football, but this was before everyone was verified. So like when you had a blue check, like you had some finesse.
It was a big deal.
Yes. And we had a great time playing around with that. Like, cause you could like DM celebrities and they would actually see it because like no one had blue check marks. So he took a video, Batista bombing me at my dad's house, and he messaged Batista and sent it to him, and he responded. Yeah, it was pretty great. So
what did he say?
You know, I don't want to put him on blast, but let's just say he was impressed. He was impressed, okay? He may have said, "Why are you stealing my moves?" No, it was great.
Have you had a chance to meet Dave?
I haven't.
Oh, well, there's another one. They say you shouldn't meet your heroes, but
no, I would love to meet him.
Dave Batista is wonderful.
So we love him in this household. We've always loved him. And then that really just secluded it.
So that's where it ties back into this t-shirt.
Oh yeah, that's why anytime I'm going to get a shirt, Batista has to be on it. I'm loyal, okay?
Clearly. Man, I love that so much.
Yeah.
So who haven't you worked with yet that you are dying for the chance to work with?
Ooh, there's a lot. I would love to work with Raquel and Roxanne. I think both of them are, you know, so talented, have such cool, fun characters. And I just feel like we could make some magic, and that would be really fun to be in the ring with them. You know, I'm still waiting to like really be in the ring with Nikki. You know, my official. I would love to work Chelsea. I know that she would like, you know, take care of me in the sense of like, okay, here's what we need to do. And like, I just know the day would be so fun. So I would love to have a match with Chelsea.
Oh, we'd love to see that.
That would be so fun. And then, you know, in the mixed tag world, like if Maurice wants to come back, I think Maxine and Anthony Luke versus the Miz and Mrs. would be pretty fire.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
What are your goals now? I asked you this last time you were on the show about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Maybe your answers changed, but what are your goals now for the rest of this year and then into 2026?
So I can't remember what I told you last time. We'll have to play that back. You know, I think surface level, my goals are, right? Like I would love to win a title. Like that would be a really cool accomplishment. But the reason I want to win a title is because I want to have put in all that work. And I just feel like for me, it's like that moment of like, oh yes, like I've done enough work that I'm capable of doing this. I'm capable of winning this title. So it's more for me, like throughout the end of this year, I want to keep wrestling as often as I can. I want to stay on NXT live events. I want to be booked and busy. I want to wrestle dark matches. I want to wrestle on main event. I want to have rep after rep after rep. So that way, when those opportunities come, I can step into the ring with full confidence. And I think that is truly what my goal is. My goal is that every time I go into the ring, I want to feel so confident in the work that I put in before that moment that I know I can just go out there and perform. So I think continuing the work that I'm doing in the ring, that way I'm capable of doing that.
I feel like you look like you're having so much fun out there.
Thank you. I am.
Like when you're dancing after a match, like it just looks like you're just having a blast.
There was one time, and I don't know like where this dancing started. Like we just started, it's like Otis will start doing something, so then I start doing it, and Tozawa was doing it. And there was one time like I'm kind of like, you know, I'm kind of hitting a little twerk. And then I'm just like, me and Tozawa lock eyes, and we both just like out of character start laughing. Like what are we doing? Like how did we get here? I don't know, but I love it. I love it. I want to keep doing it.
There's such a magic in the Tozawa, you and Otis.
Thank you.
And maybe
my little family.
And maybe it's because you guys don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're okay being the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
But like, it's so fun.
Thank you. I think too, what plays into it a lot is like, if you look at Tozawa and his ability, he is like one of the most talented guys on our roster, you know? And I think that's what's so cool is he can go and do these crazy matches, but he can also go and hit the Tozawa shuffle. You know, like he's a man of many talents.
Yeah. And when you talk about Chelsea Green, like she's okay being the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
Like she's okay, like being thrown into a dumpster with, you know, trash all over her. And I feel like to a certain extent, you're the same way.
Oh,
like,
yes, absolutely.
You're like, just give me something and I'll make it work.
Yes. Like if you want me to stand outside and spin in a circle, I will do it smiling. No, I understand that. Like I understand that feeling of, again, we love to perform.
Yeah.
And I feel like my purpose is to make people smile. And so if that's part of it, like I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
And I also think like when I zoom out and you look at the bigger picture of like, okay, they want me to do this because then it leads to X, Y, and Z and, you know, all the things, it's like, perfect. I'm happy to.
Where do you think you're at now versus, say, a year ago?
Oh, I feel like I've grown a lot in the last year, but not just physically and not just in the ring, but like mentally. Like I feel just like the clarity, the confidence. I feel like I've really like fallen in love with getting better and with like being in the ring and just like not necessarily even on TV, but just like in training and just like having fun. Like we always say when I train at Flatbacks, we always text before like, all right, who's bringing the vibes? Everyone bring the vibes. Vibe check. And it's just like the vibes are up. It's fun. I'm just having a good time.
Is the photo of me still on the wall at Flatbacks?
It is. It is. I see it every day when I go in there. I'm like, oh.
That was an interesting day.
Was it? Tell us.
It was my idea. And
Okay.
I don't know if that is out there enough, but it was my idea. I said to Sean Spears, who I've known for a long time. I said to Tyler, who I've known for a long time, my fellow Canadians.
Yes.
I said, I used to train. I trained like when I was 20. I can go in the ring, take a few bumps, we'll lock up, maybe a scoop slam, I'll run the ropes. And then Spears goes,
I'm already scared.
Spears goes, what if we gave you a chop? And I said, yeah. I'll take a chop,
Easy.
no problem. Yeah. I said, how about we make it interesting? And how about every single one of your students gives me a chop? He goes, take off your shirt and get in the corner. And I was like, oh, like now?
Yeah.
And he goes, and everybody gets 2. And I was like, what? So I'm like, wait, 8 students, 2 teachers, 20 chops. Oh
Yeah,
my
baby.
gosh, what have I signed up for?
Woo.
And you know, chops, like they don't tickle.
No.
So by like maybe chop like 6, my chest just went numb. And then we ended it with Tyler Breeze gave me chop 17 and 18 and Spears gave me 19, 20. And like, not to say the chops before that weren't hard because they were and they hurt, but those last 4 were.
Oh.
Wendy's. Get it today.
Were.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's actually like one of my least favorite things is that because sometimes it's not even like a true, like, I think people hear, sometimes it's just like a good old slap to the chest and it's just the skin. The skin.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my delicate chest.
Yeah. So that was 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like, it was January 2020. So 5.5, almost 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just funny that photo is still up there.
Yeah, it is.
And some of those chops were like, you could tell that these were the first chops that some of the students were
they're
giving.
learning.
Like there was one that was just like hit my nipple and I was like,
You're like, that's a different.
that's not
That's not what we're doing here.
that's for the bedroom, not for the wrestling ring.
That's part of why I love training there is because they always have new rounds of classes. It's good for me to learn those beginner fundamentals and be reminded of them, things that I kind of skipped over because I was like placed on TV early.
Yeah.
So it's funny, but like sometimes there's things where I'm like, oh no, I've never taken that. I've never given that. I don't know. So then I'm just learning with them.
I was cracking up when you did the Celtic Warrior workout with Sheamus.
Oh my gosh.
You put him through it.
That I did. So what happened was before he got there, the Pilates instructors were like, okay, so are we keeping this like pretty chill? And I said, you have to kill him. Because the problem is if you don't, then people aren't going to believe what a hard workout Pilates is. So you need to give him an advanced Pilates butt whooping. And that they did.
His face is tomato red.
It was so good.
Like bright red. And then the camera cuts to you and you're just so gracefully doing these very difficult movements.
I was born for Pilates. I'm a Pilates princess through and through.
Like, I don't think he realized at all how hard that was going to be.
No. And I think that's why I was so excited about that. It's because when you watch, if I post a little clip of me doing Pilates and it looks elegant and graceful, people think you're like seriously doing a lunge with 2 pounds and like you're just stable. It's like, no. No. This is not easy.
So you were like doing it for the greater good of just Pilates.
Yes.
Like people need to know this is a
I'm kind
workout.
of like the spokeswoman of Pilates. It's crazy I'm not sponsored.
Seriously. But it was like, I feel like your training has been taken up a notch.
Yeah.
And that workout with Sheamus, I think really proved that.
Thank you. Yes. I'm in my buff girl era. You know? I'm not trying to just be 5'9". I'm trying to be 5'9" and buff.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how tall you are. We talked about this last time.
No, I think it's because I'm like a giraffe. I'm too dangly. So I'm like, I'm
giraffe.
I'm going to change perception and get jacked. You know? I'm going to look like Batista.
Really? Hey. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
You know?
Do you actually want to put on more muscle?
I've been working on it. I've been hitting upper body days.
You are.
I've been taking my creatine, upping my protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to start looking like Ivy Nile out there.
Listen, I don't want to be the Chihuahua, you know?
You're also a fellow cold plunger.
Yes.
Did you cold plunge this morning?
I did. And let me tell you, we moved in April. And when we moved, I didn't refill my cold plunge. Just, you know, life happened. And then a couple months went by and I was like, I don't think I miss it. Like I actually, you know, maybe it wasn't doing that good for me. Like maybe I don't need it. Then the other day I was like, I was so sore. I was like, I actually have to cold plunge or I might die. So I refilled it. I cold plunged. That morning, then I go to my leg day, had the best workout I've had in so long because like your endorphins are up, your energy is up. I wear the Oura ring. I've been wearing it for 2 years. Another thing I copied from Chad Gable. Poor guy's going to be like, stop copying me. My resting heart rate is lower when I'm cold plunging. It's like,
interesting.
Yes, it's like 4 numbers lower. So my recovery is better because of that.
Wow.
I'm a fan.
So I'm a cold plunger as well. I wear the Whoop. So I'm, tracking things as well. I heard that cold plunging actually like raises your heart rate because your internal body's trying to warm up. So I think in the moment, yes. But then when you go to sleep that night, if you look at your resting heart rate when you're sleeping, which is when your recovery happens. What's your resting heart rate?
48 this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, but normally it's 54. And then now that I'm cold plunging again, I'm back down.
That's around, I'm at like 53.
Yeah, no, cold plunging takes mine down.
My wife's is 39. So low that like.
What is she, Michael Phelps?
It's so low they think that like she's like in a coma or like not with us anymore.
Oh my God, poor girl.
She's just a super athlete, I guess.
Wow. Is she an athlete?
She'll say no, but then I see her in the gym and I'm like.
And you're like, this makes sense.
Yes.
The math is mathing.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, your training seems to be dialed in, all of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is. It's been good. It's been fun.
It's been a heck of a year.
Yes.
Personally and professionally.
Yeah.
When, I don't know if you want to put it out there, but is your wedding in this calendar year?
It's just barely New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay. New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
doing a New Year's Eve wedding.
Wow. Why?
I know.
What's the reasoning?
We didn't want to miss work. It's a Wednesday.
I bet the wedding venues are real cheap on a Wednesday.
You would think, except for it's New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's right.
And then I also felt like all my family would have, time off from work and that kind of stuff. So it just kind of makes it a fun celebration. Free fireworks.
That's true. I feel like New Year's Eve is the best and worst for planning because like you want it to be special. You want to do something. And then you're like, well, now it needs to live up to this expectation. So the fact that you're having a wedding, you've just taken care of everybody's New Year's Eve plans.
I took care of everyone's plans.
So
everyone's
I'm sure
set.
they're thanking you.
Yes.
Is Natty going to your wedding?
I think so. We were actually just talking that her mom's wedding anniversary is December 31st as well. That was her parents' wedding anniversary.
Oh, I love that.
So they typically spend it together. But I was like, oh, I'm honored to have the same wedding anniversary as your mom.
And I am honored to have the same birthday as you.
Yes. May 19th.
May 19th.
And also, do you know what day it is today?
It's Taylor Swift's new album.
That's not what I was talking about, but yes, it is. And I've already listened top to bottom twice. 10 out of 10.
10-3.
Say it though.
October 3rd?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's October 3rd. Do you watch Mean Girls?
Oh, wow. He turned around and told me it was October 3rd. Yeah. What's that? What's his name?
Such a good question.
Yeah, come on.
Such a good question. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Me too.
I didn't prepare for this part of the joke.
No, I didn't prepare for this part of the interview. Hold on. It is, because it's Mean Girls Day.
Yep.
It is Aaron Samuels.
Yes.
Jonathan Bennett, the wonderful actor.
So good.
Aaron Samuels.
It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd.
Yes. I love that.
Great to see you.
So good to see you. Thank you for having me on. These are always my favorite conversations.
You're the best. We'll end this with this. I asked you this last time. Maybe your answers have changed, but gratitude's such an important part of my life, important part of my everyday. So what are 3 things in your life you're grateful for right now?
Okay, 3 things. One, since we're on the topic, I am very grateful to be marrying my best friend this year. I'm so excited.
Love that.
2, I'm very grateful for my mental clarity and calmness that I feel like I have in this stage of life. I'm just like feeling very present. And that's a feeling that I really value and love. And I'm very grateful for Natty. She has like really just opened her arms to me, welcomed me to the dungeon. Today we're actually in her home. But she is someone that like is just constantly giving towards me, constantly there for me. When I'm at TV, even if she's not there, she's texting me like, what's going on? What can I help with? Here's advice if you need it. I'm very, very grateful to have her guidance.
Natty's the best.
She is.
She's also like the nicest human you'll ever meet.
It's insane.
Yeah. You can be number 2.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
So good to see you.
Thank you.
Back in the day, you bet sinners just to get boards.
Word.
Now I take them to make threes.
Today's NBA stars, everybody does everything.
Ant-Man, SGA, Luka, dudes playing 1 through 5.
Bigs dishing out like family dinner.
Woo! Got me smashing triple doubles. Shaq, basketball, not burgers.
New customers bet $5 and get $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Plus, get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us. The crown is yours.